Yes, 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 yes. Welcome. My name is RJ, GZJ, people who know me. And this is another episode of Rap. You feel me? To my viewers, I just want to apologize for the long wait, Had a lot of stuff going on, but we back to it, And we're this is a platform for men, for a man's point of view, and for men to get out their point of view. It's a platform where we talk about issues that men go through. We look at situations from the point of men. We also do call out men on if they are violating that sort of manly code or whatever, So, like I said, this is a platform for men. We do cover topics that are broadened, but we look at it from a man's point of view. This is about, hashtag menosphere, you feel me? So, I don't want to really speak off from, the topic. I really want to get to the topic, at hand. I saw a video a week ago, and it popped up in my mind like, yo, I should do a video on it. So, like, it was a video, and it was a video of a man. He had supposedly paid for a chick to fly out expecting some type of sexual relationship from it, and then he didn't get it. He sent the chick on her way home, but with nothing, And, here's the question. Should men fly out women? Should men fly out women expecting sexual relations or looking for sexual relations, especially when single? Is this the most logical and economical way about going at it, or is this titled under the way of simp shit? And in my honest opinion, it is titled simp shit. And this is why. Yeah, everybody could say, oh yeah, he sent her back on her way with nothing. He did no. At the end of the day, especially when single, why would you spend your money flying a chick out for sexual favors when honestly you don't even need all that? And then you go along to broadcast what you did on the internet. You look like a clown, because off the simple fact, you paid to fly a chick out. This is what gives these chicks the reason to act the way they do nowadays. This is the reason for these chicks to expect high expectations from men nowadays, because there are people like this man in this video who would fly out, spend all that money, all that time flying out a girl expecting sexual relations when shit, he could have just went and got a prostitute. How much did that flight cost? How much did everything that they did cost? Shit, he could have flown. He had so much money, he could have flown out to the motherfucking DR and had the time of his life and not had had to do all that. That is simp behavior. Men, we have to stop doing that, because this is what allows these women to act the way they do. When they say they get Gucci bag and Birkin bags out of people, is because you got dudes who sit there and give these females these type of things and not really get nothing in return. You feel me? And if she's doing it to you, she's doing it to somebody else. We really have to, men, I feel, nowadays, because in this whole era of feminism and this whole era of women don't need men and we should separate ourselves and really like learn how to control ourselves when it comes to simp behavior like this. This is like unacceptable. You sitting there spending your time, your money, going through flying chicks out, taking girls on fucking dates to Felipe Child's, Ruth Chris. Where else you want to say? What else you want to say? $500 dinners, 2,000-3,000 Louis bags. For what? This chick? When you could go take that money, find something better to do, like build other streams of income. When you could put that money towards something that can help you build an empire, you want to sit here and give it to a female who really ain't worth shit. If she does this to you, she does this to everybody. And you're the dumbass, and these type of dudes are the dumbasses to like really fall for this shit. Shit is crazy. It really is simp behavior. Now, here is my comments to the female. And like, honestly, here's my comment to both. Like, here's my thoughts to both in this situation. I feel like you have to make it very, very clear what you're expecting when you do things like this. Like, it's almost like everything has to be out on the table. Oh, I'm gonna fly you out. We gonna do all this, and I'm expecting this. But what's the point of going through all the drama of that? What's the point of going through all that? Really, what's the point? Men, really, what's the point of going through that? When you can go out, take your money, go other places, explore, do other shit that actually means something, build shit, and if you ever need to feel like you get your rights, that's what you got prostitutes for. He basically paid her, he basically did all that expecting some prostitute shit. That's what you got prostitutes for. That's what you got hoes and all that shit for. Real talk. And this man apparently looked single, and it's like, at the end of the day, like, you know, like, men, we have to learn that we don't have to fall in line to this society that women is trying to set. We don't. Because whatever you won't do, money will make another bitch do. You feel me? Real talk. And you could go, and my mans, peep this, my mans. I got a couple niggas who do this. They go to foreign countries, right? They got their passports and all that shit. You feel me? same $2,000-3,000 that this man in this video could have spent, right? This man that this man in this video spent, right? Peep this. I got homies who take that $2,000-3,000, right? They go to places like Dominican Republic, fucking Colombia, fucking Argentina, you feel me, Brazil. They go to all these places, right? They take that $2,000-3,000, right? They have fun, they enjoy themselves, they live like kings. Some of them even get fucking apartments and shit down there. And guess what? They fuck some of the baddest bitches, the baddest women on earth, and they don't have to spend as much money as these dudes is spending flying these girls, these regular chicks who they know ain't shit, who probably are doing the same shit that they are doing to these simp ass dudes, they're doing to everybody else. It's a fact. Women like this always have a dude to pay her hair bill, a dude to pay her light bill, a dude to pay her car note, a dude to pay this, a dude to pay that. So why even waste your time on chicks like this who have no care for you, especially when you're single? You go out. Me, I'm engaged, but when I was single, but when I was out there doing my thing, I definitely wasn't taking chicks to Roof Chris steakhouses, this, that, and the third. None of that. None of that. You wouldn't see me in the mall with no chick buying her all types of. Only thing I was buying that for was my main thing, and that's it. You feel me? My moms and family members and shit. You feel me? But I don't understand. And like, to you dudes who are doing that, who are in relationships, you're pieces of shit, because peep this. All that money you spend having side chicks and this, that, and the third, and all that shit, all the gifts that you could be taking that money and investing in time with your family and your wife and all that shit. That's some simp behavior. These are all simp behaviors. Men, we supposed to be stronger than that. That's why it was a king aspect back in the day. You feel me? It was a king aspect. This fuck shit, and all the kings that you saw indulge in all these type of habitual traits where they started indulging in women that meant nothing to the cause, they depleted. Something bad happened. And we have to get back to that stage, especially black men. We have to get back to the stage where, you know, like, yo, just because the way she look, just because where she come from, nah, this person, I'm not gonna give this time. I'm not gonna give this money. I'm not even gonna. There's so many broken women out here in the first place to even be wasting your time on trying to, like, you know, do all this with. Like, it's too many broken women out here. We cannot be the cleanup. Money, your time cannot fill the issues that these women have. So it's like you have to separate yourself from these actions. Yeah, spend money. If you're gonna spend money on a girl, make sure she's worth it. Make sure she's worth the time. Make sure you can see a life with that chick. You're gonna go blow $200-300 on a steak, on a dinner. Make sure it's for the love of your life. Don't do that shit for girls you just trying to have sexual relationships with and have no future with, or see no future with. It makes no difference. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. Real talk. And I really want people to really focus in, like dudes to really focus in. This is a part of being mature. This is a part of being mature. We use our minds. We use our money. We use everything. We take all that shit and cherish. We take all that shit, we cherish it, and we put it in places where we can build life, other things we can build empires with. We don't do some shit like fly girls out and this, that, and the third for sexual favors. If that's the case, you go see a whore for that. That's some prostitute shit. You go see a prostitute for that. And that prostitute will do everything right for you without any complaints, and she'll leave. And you won't have to do all the things that you'll do for a side chick or this, that, and the third, or just some girl you trying to fuck. And you go to the right places in the world, you'll find these girls who give it up for money and not as much money as these chicks cost. They look better than these chicks. So, what's the sense? Be smart. Is this economically smart? No, it's not. Is it logically smart? No, it's not. Because that girl is going to be expecting those same things. Even if she gives you some, she's going to be expecting those same things. Really, you keep them how you get them. You lose them how you get them. That's a fact. So, real talk, this has to stop. We men, we have to stop being, so gullible to these females. And this is another thing. Men, dudes, this is another thing I want to touch up on. Emotional time. Time is money. When you try to play, I hate that, because I used to notice this shit. I used to work in a strip club, right? And I pretty much know the game. I pretty much learned the game from the jump, from the jump, like, because, you know, for one period of point in my life before me ever working in that strip club, I was around, you know, females and men who were sort of like players, pimps, and hookers and hoes and this, that, and the third. Where I come from, it's a very mixy town. The people who are doing it, you may never know, you know. But anyway, you know, I pretty much got to get to the game, you feel me? Like, I've been going to strip clubs since I was like, 14, you feel me? So now I'm working in a strip club and I'm getting the game. And mind you, these females these type of females had good game. But it could only be good game to an average Joe Schmo. But any dude who's came up in the light and came up around, they seen some shit, this, that, and the third. Like me, dudes ain't falling for that. My type, we ain't falling for that. And I used to see dudes who, like, you know this girl's playing you. And they give them some sob story about this, about that, about this, about that, about that, about this, how they grew up, this and the third. And these men pour out money for the time they want to take them. They want them to be their side chicks, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, right? I noticed a couple girls who was giving that sob story. They niggas came to pick them up every night. If they didn't leave with the John, they niggas came and they husbands came to pick them up at night. Most of these chicks had husbands. And it's like, we like, yeah, you pay, you pay somebody like that for the service. You don't invest your time into it. Because once you invest your time, you putting your life into the shit. And it's too detrimental to us. It's too detrimental. We have to stop doing that. This shit has to stop. This is simp shit. You buying a chick a Birkin bag, this, that, and that. That's simp shit. Who you don't see a future with, who you don't know is gonna lock down, who you know is a money grubbing, who you know ain't no good for you, who you know you just trying to, you doing all that instead of trying to find a woman who, yeah, she fits all criteria for you, and guess what? It don't take all that to get her. Invest all that money into that person. But if you just trying to fuck, man, listen, that's prostitute activity, that's hooker activity, that's whole activity, and you got call girls, you got prostitutes and all that shit for that. You got strippers and all that. You can go in the strip club right now and be like, yo, listen, baby, I got like $200-300. You gonna come swallow this shit, this, that, and that. She leaving with you for the night. And that's real facts. And she probably look better than that chick. She probably make it clap better and all that. I've seen, man, listen, like I told you, man, I worked in strip clubs. I worked in the nighttime industry for a long time, man. I used to see dudes, man. I used to have some of my coworkers, my security guard. I remember one time I was at a bar, right, and there was this chick. I was working in the bar, and there was this chick, little nice Latina chick, you know. She looked good as a motherfucker, you know. Sorry, baby. Hope you don't. But you know, she was ain't nobody look better than you, baby. I'm talking about my fiance, you know. But ain't nobody look better than you. But you know, this girl was how everybody had imagined. It was a girl that every man at that time would have wanted, you know. So boom. I see everybody in the bar, they buying her drinks. She talking this. You know how these females talk. You know, she talking this shit. Meanwhile, she never been through a goddamn thing in her life. You know. But she's talking all this women in power shit. She got all these niggas. She look good, so she flirting. She got all these niggas up her nose and all that shit, up her ass and everything. And like, I see it from the get-go. So when I walk past. When she make eye contact, I walk past. You feel me? But I was working with this dude who he was like, yeah, see, girls like that, they ain't no good. They want this, that, and the third. But by the end of the night, and this man was older than me. This man was like, what? I was like, what? Probably like, what? 23? 23? No, I was like, yeah, I just had turned 23. I was like 23, and he was like, what? Almost hitting 40. And he, right after, he was all up her nose. All up her nose. I'm talking to him about it. He like, yeah, bro, that girl had a hard life. This, that, and the third. You know, I'm going to take her out, buy some shoes, this, that, and I'm like, yo, bro, you just told me, you the OG, You just told me she nothing but trouble. Stay away from her. But you falling sucker to that same type of shit you was trying to warn me about. I mean, like, thank God you was trying to warn me about it, but damn. She had a hard life. Come to find out. And this is how I peeped it. And this is how you know a girl who like that. She dressed fly. She always got this, that, and the third on. Gucci, this, that, and the third. But she always getting drinks and money at the bar and all that shit. She always having, that's how you know she got. Any girl who really, you know, about that money, who really got that shit on, who really fly like that, beautiful like that, she pulling out her own shit, you feel me? I've been in this game for a long time, you feel me? She, like I said, she does it all the time. The females like this, they do shit like this all the time. They getting money from this man. They getting money from this man. They go out and they take presents from this person and presents from that person, and dudes just fall for it. And meanwhile, I get to know that the same stories that he trying to tell me, how he trying to play off on me, that she told him, how he trying to convince me why he's doing the thing, it's all lies. Her father was there. Everybody was there. Everybody was there. Mother was there. Good family. You know. Had a house in Richmond Estates in Jamaica and all that shit. Living good. Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask me how I know. This has got to stop. This shit has got to stop. And then and then when he ended up getting played, he was like, how can I? You stupid for that. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. Now, this is what I am gonna say. Females. When dudes are doing things like this for you, when you set these standards, when you accept these presents and all this shit from men, you have to understand that they are expecting something out of you. Whether it's sexually or something else. So, there also has to be an understanding where, yeah, if I accept this present, this man is expecting something else. That thought should be, I'm not saying every man, but I'm just saying, like, men like this man who is in this video, and the men that I am talking about that do simp things like fly girls out and all that, they are expecting something from this. So just take that in the back of your mind. And I feel like it should also be like an understanding where, okay, you know, because if you didn't understand, if you didn't know that, why'd you even come on the thing? Because we all know, ain't nobody just regularly doing that shit for anybody who they just want to be friends with. Unless that's a friend previously before that, but even still. Real talk. Has to be an understanding. Has to be an understanding. Everything should be laid out. And if men, you're gonna resort to that extreme, then you might as well get prostitute. Save you a lot of time, economically and logically. Real talk. Real talk, man. That's why I'm here, man. I'm here to rap, man. I keep it real. Hashtag mental fit, man. Keeping it real, mental fit. They should make a hashtag out of it. Real talk is logically. Don't be spending money out on these chicks who you don't see any future with. You know is a gold digger. You know if something bad happened where you ain't up like that, she gonna leave you. You spend all that money and all that time and finding a girl who is gonna be there for you, who don't care about none of that. You know. And if you're single and if you're just looking for these sexual relations like how this man was, you might as well just take your money elsewhere. Your time and your money elsewhere. Go seek it out. They got Backpay, all these different types of websites on the internet for all that crazy shit. Stop indulging your time and your money into these one type of women, and into these type of actions in general. You know, talking to everybody. You know, as soon as they see a girl, they be on Instagram flashing some cash like, baby girl, I got it. It's big cash over here, big flavor, big cash over here. Yeah, I got it. Meanwhile, you know, and you hood niggas piss me off too, man. You hood niggas, trap niggas, man. Yo, you don't know how many niggas I done seen, man. They out here, yo, peep this. Niggas be out here, they be buying girls Gucci shoes, this, that, and the third, making sure this, that, and the third is right? But meanwhile, they in the streets and all that shit, and they don't have no lawyer money, no bond money for their homies or for themselves, neither for themselves. You spend all this money with these girls, but you ain't got no bond for yourself, nothing like that. You spend all this money on this stupid shit, but you ain't got nothing like that for yourself. I watched a video where T Grizzly, he was talking about, oh yeah, he committed, somebody robbed him, he had to go back, kill them niggas. The bitch who he went back with, he went who he went looking for the niggas with, she ended up snitching on him, this, that, and the third. He ends up going to jail, and the chick who he with, while he in jail, the chick who he with, she got all the bread. She sent 50 to his mom's and then dipped with all the rest of the bread. Like, what's the point of indulging in these type of... You know that, nigga. Any nigga got to know that. Yo, if anything go wrong, I know this shit is out. So why even waste your time with the chick? And this is what gives these chicks the reason to act the way they do. And expect this type of shit and continue with the actions. You know. And then stupid shit about the video is he kills the bitch who got him out of jail, and then I bet you he gonna go back and fuck with the other bitch who left him without no money. Like, stupid shit. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are you investing your time in people like that? Into women like that? You know these women ain't about shit. Don't even give them the time of the day. And then they have to, once you start doing that, then they have to, start, like, yeah, maybe. They say pussy control the world, but men don't let it, we don't gotta let it control us. We definitely don't. Real talk. That's a wrap for your boy, man. Can I rap or can I rap? It's your boy RJ, man. Revolutionary Advanced People platform for men, #Manosphere, our views, our topics, everything, discussing it from our point of view, everything, man. I got some more content coming on the way. We definitely are. I got a video coming out about the Brittany Griner situation. Like I said, we're going to be covering many different topics. But I got a situation with the Brittany Griner situation and everything. So I got an interview with the... My fault. I got an interview with the Brittany Griner situation. I'm working, y'all. I'm working. But, we're going to be covering Brittany Griner. We're going to be covering a lot of things. Man. We're gonna be covering so many things, every new topic, everything, man. If anybody has any suggestions, just leave them in the comment box or whatever, I appreciate everybody, those couple of viewers who viewed my last two videos, I appreciate y'all, appreciate everybody, just want to give a big shout out, to God, universe, everything around, men, black men especially, to stop killing each other on the streets, black youth, let's excel, sports, athletics, science, technology, let's become that dominant force in the world that we're supposed to, bless up to everybody. All the men and women around the world, shouts out to all the black women, all the women around the world, but like I said, we may see differently, but I got love for all my peeps, all the females, excuse my explicit language, but we're keeping it real on this show, we're keeping it real on this on this show. It's the only thing, so. Peace.